So I watched a number of these YouTube videos, and just surprised to see that a lot of people were leaving out, other YouTubers were leaving out some important steps to maintaining your espresso machine on a daily basis. So I thought I'd just make this quick tutorial, go through it, and point out some important steps. If you follow these steps, your machine, depending on the make, obviously, should last you forever. I have a shot lined up already, but just for starters, most machines will have a water tank. Some are removable. Even the espressos have these removable tanks. It's really important. Ideally, only use either filtered water. That way you don't have to deal with lime scale and decalcifying your machine and running vinegar through it and all that stuff. If you use filtered water every day or bottled water, you should not have any issues with that, and it'll save you a lot of time on a monthly basis and just a lot of frustration. If you get that lime scale, it eventually builds up in the system through the pipes, and it'll just clog it up, and eventually your machine will stop working. But going back to the water with these tanks, the tanks, ideally you should only use enough water that you need for one day, for as many cups as you're going to make that day or that moment. You don't want to ideally be leaving water in here for the week or anything like that, or more than a week, or even after 24 hours you could get some slime that will build up, mold eventually. So you want to fill it up for what you need in terms of the amount of coffee, as well as a little bit extra so you can run a little cleaning cycle, which I'll show you. And obviously if you're going to use your steam wand, you need some extra water for that. Once a week or so, you can take this removable tank off, if you have one, and clean out the bottom. You will get some buildup in there as well. So I've set up a shot already. It's already heated up, so I'm going to make that. That should be a quick 26 seconds. And then I'll just go through the normal process that I use. I'll skip this. Well, actually, no, I won't skip it. I'll show you this part after. Drip. It's extra noisy because I don't have to. There you go. When you're drying it out, after it's done, just leave this open, so no issues. Alright, this is more than done. I let it drip. Sometimes that's get the little less bits out so you're not spilling anything. It's also good coffee. But ideally you want to remove this as good as possible, empty out the grinds, and I'll show you why. If you don't, and you just leave this on for the day or even a couple hours, the grinds inside are going to start to dry up, and then it's not really hard to remove, but it's not hard to remove the handle, but it's harder to remove the grinds that get stuck to the top of this. So, strip it a little bit. I give it a little tap. Take it off, and done. I knock this into the basket. You got your grinds left over. By the way, when you basket, obviously just tap. Run cold water, because this is going to be very hot. Be careful not to touch it, but with the cold water you can touch it. I remove the basket, wash that out. And then next step, this is what I was talking about. Right now you're going to have some grinds in there, so I will take a wet paper towel, and I give it a quick. Now that's what comes out, right? So that's not from overfilling or anything like that. That's just the grinds combined with the water pressure, and that's it. So you're getting all the loose stuff out, but there's still going to be some grinds underneath there. So I'll take a cup, if I'm using an espresso cup, a cappuccino cup that I've just used. If I drink it quickly, I'll use the same one. Otherwise, just anything that's big enough to go under here. And yeah, this is going to sound crazy, but toothbrush works awesome. It's small enough to reach under, and just a quick rinse. This is hot water that's going to come out, but I'll just start it up again. That's that extra water. And I give it a quick once around. It's about 10 seconds, not a big deal. Done. But you're going to see that we caught, just spilled water, but I'm trying to show you the grinds in there. There are still extra grinds, and basically we just remove them. After that, and this is the biggest thing, I don't throw away the cup yet or disperse the water. There's going to be some, either you're going to use your steam wand now. If you do, you'll do the normal frothing technique. Make sure you remove this piece because there's going to be milk in here. You don't want that to harden, which it usually does, and there will be probably milk in here, and so you got to wipe that off with a cloth as well. You know, some of these, this Delonghi has a screw on, which I don't like. Some of these older ones, different model, just have a piece that you pop on and pop out, which is much easier to use. Do it upside down. After that, this is the most important part. Most people miss this. You got to purge this. You see all that water coming out? Hopefully. It's quite a bit. And if you don't, that water is going to stay in your system. And that's just not a good thing. There's pressure in there. So by releasing, by using the steam, not on the steam, the system's off. You can see that. But I just release the valve and all the water comes out. That purges the system. You don't want that pressure in there. You don't want the water in there either. But now you just add additional water. It's quite a bit. And that's it. That's really it. I mean, this piece, if you drip anything, drip, yeah, sure. This is an easy wash, an easy rinse. Put it back. You're done. You follow these steps, your machine should last you a really long time. If you have any questions, just give me a write-in actually, and I will reply as soon as possible. If you found this at all helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, subscribe down below. We should have some new videos on some interesting coffee drinks that you can make with your handheld frother. So tune in. Thanks, guys.